So the TSA is trying to figure out exactly how an international hacker leaked the U.S. government's no-fly list. The list apparently had 1.5 million entries in it and was obtained from an unsecure server belonging to a commercial airline. Here to discuss the cybersecurity expert and trusted SEC CEO, David Kennedy. David, there's a lot going on with the airline industry, our government, and whether it's hacking going on or people just don't feel safe. What's going on?
Yeah, the airline industry, unfortunately, really views safety in the capacity of airline safety, right? I know our plane's safe, they're not colliding to one another. They don't have incidents up in the air. And they've really struggled both federally and in commercial to really understand the threats that happen with cybersecurity and even IT infrastructure. We obviously saw the Southwestern airline debacles that happened, as well as the FAA had to ground all the flights due to a really legacy alert system. So, these are really ancient systems. They're really hard to upgrade because they're so embedded in how they run flight operations, how they schedule crews, that the airliners really just haven't invested in protecting their systems, upgrading their systems, and being kind of cutting edge. And that's a really problem from a cybersecurity perspective. I mean, there's a lineage of reports from GAO, the federal government, that watchdog that goes in from a nonpartisan perspective and looks at these vulnerabilities and have since early 2000s all the way to now continue to say, listen, our airways are not safe when it comes to cyber threats and cyber attacks. They're running just ancient systems, unfortunately.
Why, David? Why are we so behind? I mean, even from just a cyber standpoint and our defense system from a cyber standpoint, we're behind there as well.
Yeah, that's right. And it has to do with these airliners really not prioritizing cybersecurity. You look at this, and casinos are a good example of this. Casinos think of themselves as hospitality first, so their physical security might be good, but they don't really look at cybersecurity as well. Do you think cybersecurity would be like massively, huge in casinos, but they're really not. Same thing for airliners. They view the safety of their flights as the security aspects of it, not the cybersecurity side. So until that changes, until these airliners really focus on cybersecurity and the efficiency of their systems, unfortunately, we're going to continue to see breaches like this, and this happened to be from Commute Air, which 40% is owned by United. They often do doing business as they have over 1,600 flights a week that go through these specifically. There's employee data that's also breached as part of this. So we're going to continue, unfortunately, to see this until the prioritization around cybersecurity occurs in the commercial sector around airlines.
It's just so funny to me, though, David. It would be one thing if it was actually safe inside of the airport. They have this report every year, and that shows you all the weapons and all the stuff that made it through. I could celebrate them on that, but from a physical standpoint and a cyber standpoint, we're just not doing so well.
Unfortunately not. And, the physical security aspects are always difficult. It's always changing. It's a massive field there. But the cybersecurity side is one of the ones where you just had previous listeners on around China specifically. Massive threat from China, still a massive threat from Russia. All of these adversaries. I mean, you look at critical infrastructure, our water treatment facilities, and all of those. We don't talk about how we travel around the world and the safety around those planes. And that has to be a critical thing that we're discussing here moving forward, is securing our airways. We have to do it.
We're asking for it. That's what we're doing, brother. Thanks so much for coming on the program.
Thanks, Lars. Really appreciate it.
You got it. So come.